we counter that and say, aren't we all struggling with something deeper? 1,000 likes and we'll get this guy stoned.
All right, Green Break. We got special guest Hi Guy on the show.
How you doing? Thanks for having it up.
Hi Guy and I go way back, actually. We started smoking weed together a long time ago. How you doing in there, Hi Guy?
I'm alright. I'm stoned.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to mention that. Hi Guy is high. You were saying you liked the Green Break video about the hike, and the only purpose of me asking about that was just to say that Hi Guy, while he still is smoking, can still appreciate, I think, some of the things we talk about on the pod, on the channel.
Absolutely. You know, I had to reinvent my relationship with smoking weed, and what that took was stopping completely for, I don't know, a couple years, 2-3 years maybe. Moved back to New York. I found I was getting a little anxious, getting a little reliant, and social settings became harder. And then I was like, alright, bad cycle, let me stop altogether. And then I wasn't really looking for it or expecting it, but I was thinking about getting high again, and if it would feel like the first time I got high, instead of what it had evolved into, which was more of a ritual or a habit. Anyway, long story short, I returned to weed and I got really high again. But I realized that I didn't want to get high the next night. Or some weekends I would get high, and then I would want to get high again. But it didn't become this, like, need. It becomes fun every time. Again. And I wonder, it's like a tightrope to walk before it becomes why I walked away from it in the first place again. I have a different journey. I don't know. I got a question for you.
Oh.
Do you feel like you want to return to weed in that way?
I mean, I don't know. As you know, I have and as I've talked about here, I got other things that I indulge in. Weed is one of the vices that can be, I think, like, let go of for me for at least some period of time without, deeply missing it. And while I am kind of like jealous and know that there's a way to have a problem with weed and then to take a break and then to have a new relationship with it, I don't know if that's something that I like even want to really put the energy towards to recreate at this point in my life. Like,
I understand that.
We talk a lot about state change. You actually notice, you've talked to me about.
Oh, I love that term. You coined a great one
I
there.
don't know if I coined it, but it is a good, I do like it because it's a good example. Like, weed being this, when used kind of irresponsibly, it's this thing that can let you create a new sense of being, like, at the drop of a pin.
Right.
Similar to, like, when people talk about exercise or, other sort of, like, healthy state change, like weed and other drugs can also be that. So one of the questions I have for you is, when you smoke nowadays, do you look at it as like you're trying to change your state, or is it more of like I can amplify this, what I'm about to go do?
Yeah. I mean, the state change, I like that term because that's what it can become, I think. I think weed can become simply a state change and nothing more. And I guess what I mean when I say I reinvented it, at least for now, it's not that I'm just looking for a state change and an escape from the current, but more that there's fun I could have right now. Like, real fun. I think state change kind of takes the element of, that made me smoke weed in the first place. This fun factor. Giggling, eating tasty food, loving it. My body feels relaxed. But again, I'm probably like once a week, once every 2 weeks, I'll get high. And it's working for now. So I think it can be a state change, and it can also be something more. And I guess that just comes down to your relationship at that current moment. You know what I mean? I guess so many things in life are state changes. Putting in headphones, would you call that a state change?
Do you think me, Julian, and Green Break are overthinking weed? At a certain point, does it do harm even to like overthink the way I discuss weed?
I mean, that's a tough question to answer, because you can overthink anything in life and you still can't control it. I think you gotta think about why you're overthinking about something. And maybe that's why I asked my first question. There is an interest, I noticed, from you and your channel in weed, and some sort of admission that it doesn't work for you. And so that's an interesting balance. Is any of this usable stuff?
Yeah. The distorting of the voice might be difficult at parts.
I think a lot of what you do is ask questions, and that's a way of answering them. It's just sort of ruminating, and I also really respect that. So I think it's really relatable stuff, whether it's weed or anything else humans struggle with. It's like working through it to regain control of it.
Thanks, Hi Guy. Thanks. That means a lot. It's also nice just separately to have you on too, because you've been a very good friend of mine through the Green Break up to what it is now, and you've had thoughts about like different videos and different things that I've said in different videos and different contradictions and hypocrisies and ironies, and like it's just nice to hear some of your thoughts as someone who like is really familiar with the what it has become up to now, from the time that I most recently stopped smoking, which was, you know, when I started the channel 2 years ago.
It's nice to be on.
Do you think people who struggle with weed specifically like are like necessarily struggling with something deeper?
What? No, say it again. Is my mouth wet? Is the bag wet?
No.
I've just been spitting on the mouth hole. My whole chin's wet. My chin is soaking.
That means we gotta almost wrap up here. You think I can squeeze in one more question?
Yeah. Do I think this necessarily means you're struggling with something deeper? I would counter that and say, aren't we all struggling with something deeper? And maybe this is like a, you know, a way to talk about something deeper with like a very relatable tendency and habit, which comes with a state change, which comes with escape. You know, I think it makes a lot of sense to, whether you're talking about something deeper or you're talking about your relationship with weed, I think both can be related to, and it doesn't really matter. It's just worth talking about.
Do you have anything that you want to share about how you feel right now as someone who is a high guy? You know, you took some, you're high right now, so I know that's a 4D experience.
Yeah, I feel like pretty warm, like my face is warm and my chin is soaking wet. But beyond that, my heart's beating fast, and I'm breathing pretty heavy and staccato breath. I got staccato breath, because I'm nervous, because you guys are all seeing me for the first time. New guest on a new podcast. Opening day. Hey man, I got a question for you. Do you feel high right now?
One of the things, just real quick, I was worried about when I first quit was like, and this is in the earlier videos, like, will I be the same with my boys? Like, will we be laughing? Will I feel like I'm outcast, or like I don't get the joke, or I'm not like, as I like to make you guys laugh, like, will I be able to even do that if I'm not still smoking? And that wasn't something that, shit, I'm funnier than ever, bro.
Yeah, you can. I think that's another thing though, is that in its essence, weed is something that none of the feelings on weed, I think, are brand new. I think you can access a lot of them without weed, and they just sort of magnify certain parts of them. You can be dying of laughter without having smoked pot, and we're seeing friends, ask themselves these same questions.
That's for the next episode of Green Break High Guy Pod.
Thanks, dude. Good to talk to you always.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for letting me be so high on your show.
Yeah, we don't judge. We're cool with whatever. 100 likes and we'll, I don't know, what will we do? We'll probably do another one.
We'll get this guy high, eh? 1,000 likes and we'll get this guy stoned.
Alright, Green Break. Till next time, Green Break.